All right, Theo. Junior props. Overall assessment and ideas on how to improve my first environment whip in the blog section. Thank you. So right off of the bat, these you've got some surface love going on. You're like really into those materials, man. Oh my gosh, is that a Blink 182 sticker? Oh my gosh. I love it. So this is quite that's some geometry in there. That's some detail. So it looks like you had a high poly that you baked down, and then you added your metallic map. Yeah. So I would say the damage or where that's happening here is very uniform. So like looking at how to break that up. Like one of the things I've really learned is like the uniformity that you get from generators is only the beginning, right? Don't be afraid to add a paint layer on top and remove some of it, and then add some type of unique stamp here of like dirt or fingerprints, or just to get those materials to sing, right? And there's certain elements in here that I'm like, oh, that's geometry. Like this, I can tell it's 3D in some cases, the way the geometry flows. And then in other areas, it's broken up enough that it doesn't stick out to me. In general, this is pretty nice, though. We look at this guy. I'm a big fan of this one because it's got all the gross dirtiness that you would expect. I'd be really careful with these little small divots because you start to get into the territory of concrete. You want to make sure it really reads like plastic. And that is like everything to do with roughness. Dude, that's dirty. That's dirty. Omega, how you doing? Good to see you. Dang, I feel like this damage, you looked at reference somewhere, because that's you only get that from looking at how something ages. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, you can see it looks pretty plasticky here. Looks like mine. Oh, wow, you went in and modeled all the details. That's one way to do it. Because it's portfolio, I feel like those types of details are okay. And you can see it's like these details here are matching these while not being part of the model, which is great. It's a great way to go about that. Man, that is some dirty. One thing I would say is it kind of feels like the kind of dirtiness that's happening here with this versus this material. Is there two different roughness values on there? Because I feel like with how discolored that is, that these should be two different roughness values. Yeah, because in some cases, I'm also seeing it where it doesn't feel like the plastic that you would expect. Dang, that's like the rubber cement glue that you had in class that somehow got on everything. Omega, dude, thanks for the 500, man. Thank you. Oh, my Discord is just popping off. Oh, no. Let me just mute the... I just found out there's a university Discord that's posting my emotes in it. Anyways, so these assets all look pretty solid. Like this one, I'm a big fan of. I'm sure Matthew O'Halloran is like digging this one quite a bit. And there's a lot of storytelling that's happening in the surfaces. Super, super sick. We should go to your blog though, I think. Let me look at this one. Definitely look at what you can do with your roughness in order to kind of display what's happening in the surface a little bit more. Let's but yeah, let's go blog and we'll just kind of look at the oh nice, yeah. Your Cyberpunk challenge. Oh my Oh, I'm excited about that. This I would tackle this separately of this. You said it's going to be outside, like in a window. But oh my god, that's going to be cool. This text might be a little too deep. Be careful with that. But man, once you bake that out, I'm excited. This is going to look sick. I can already seeing like what your materials are like. That this is only going to look awesome. Like I can't see that not looking awesome unless you just stop. Super cool. Here, I'll post this in chat. But yeah. I mean, this looks perfect. Like once you build this scene out and you build this guy, those two things here, this portfolio is easily junior level. Easily. Like this is already like this could start like the fidelity here. I think this one with a little bit of tweaks is good enough that you could possibly have a conversation with Decagon, for example, especially with this type of fidelity you're pushing. Like this, like if there was a Decagon logo on these, I wouldn't be surprised, I guess. Oh yeah, this is. See, with these, I would add the wear that you get from people constantly using it. But this looks like a Decagon asset to me. Anyways, nice portfolio. I look forward to seeing a scene in here with a bunch of props that are from the scene. Spicy portfolio.